Hey everybody, and this one's a bit of a sad tale. I'm pretty sure you guys probably heard about the Dead Children's Program in Huntsville. I see you guys, another client, the phone call that I told you in the last video, wanted us to check this out. I wanted to keep someone from destroying it. So, we had if they got the information that the kids were still there or the ghosts were still there, then they wouldn't destroy the program. Um, I thought this was going to be our normal, average job. Well, didn't turn out so. Did not turn out like that. No, this at first, this was just your average program. Like most were built on a. Well, this one was built on a graveyard, so how's that normal? Those types. There's a couple out there. You hear kids screaming at 10 p.m. to 3 a.m. or they say these kids are possibly were murdered. They're in the so-called satanic rituals during the 1960s, in which there was evidence of it. You know what I mean? Evidence, bodies, parts, I suppose. Spaces got strange real quick, right? Then sometimes the swing sets will move on their own, among other things, slides, children hearing screaming, stuff like that. They tried to explain the graveyard, but after a rather large outcry, they replaced the equipment with new stuff. Exchange the old for new, thinking that would get rid of them. It didn't. From what our client was telling us. This client had played with on the swing set when he or she was a female, well, a little kid. They played on it. Sometimes they even told us that they would go out at night and check at 10 a.m. 10 at night to hear the kids start screaming. And like I said, these were supposed murders. They were supposed to kill during satanic rituals. What my client wanted was confirmation of what they heard when they were children, when my clients were children, was real. They wanted confirmation that the kids were screaming, the kids were playing, the swing sets would move. They wanted confirmation. When this is outside, it was kind of hard for us to do. So what we did is that we set up motion sensors and cameras, of course. And we set a motion sensor up around the swing to where it would only go off if the swing was swinging. Yeah, it was real pain in the ass, but we fixed it to where it wouldn't swing if the wind blew it. It took us an hour to do that. No false reading. We also put on the jungle gym and stuff like that, we put EV motion sensors on them as well. And just in case, we also put baby powder on the swing set as well as the other places around the playground that a kid would have to sit or have to touch. And we set up cameras in certain areas and a couple more motion sensors. And we see it went around every so often. asking how old are you, what's your name, stuff like you would normally do. Now, we've done a lot of these sessions, EVP sessions. We've done a lot of these motion sensitive cameras and stuff like that. It's really cold in Alabama. Don't like it. So 10 o'clock comes around. We start asking questions. And you could hear a faint scream. Certain part of the graveyard it would get louder. Other parts it would just be like you could barely hear it. So we set up a motion. So we found out where that point was. And we set up a camera around that area. See what all would get picked up. You know. So when we do this, a motion camera goes off. Alright, I'm thinking maybe it's the wind, but no, it was on the swing set. And we had it put up where the swings wouldn't swing unless it was acted on by a non-elemental source. We ran over to it and we saw the swing. It was swinging. But there was no wind. No wind whatsoever. Then I had Sarah go ask some questions. Since she was a female, children act differently around a woman, a motherly figure. And boy, did I get slapped when I said that. Yeah, never say that. I got the fire slapped out of me real quick. And then Jim started laughing at me. And, well, you know, we set off to another area. Me and my hurt ego. We were asking about certain things, you know, asking the kids questions every so often. Every 5 minutes, we would ask straight up questions and random spots around it. And we got a lot of EVPs. A lot. I mean, this place was a bed of activity that entire night. I knew our clients would love it. Just hope we got enough for them to keep that playground there for the kids, because even kids in the afterlife need a playground. Even though very few kids now go play on them. COVID and all, you know. But, yeah. We took it back to our client, my hurt ego, as well as my slapped face. I do not want to talk about that incident again. Next time I'm leaving the stupidity up the gym. We took it back to our client. Our clients were amazed. They took it to the board, and I hope that it saves that playground. I hope. Because future investigators should investigate that. For that very reason, that there's a lot of activity there. There's not a lot of information about how they died or why they died. But it's a hotbed. If you had a chance, go check it out. Grim out. Thanks, guys, for staying for this one as well. I know it's kind of boring and all that. There's a lot of, well, not boring, but it's not your Not like the last ones. Of course, when I went ghost, I'm not gonna lie and say I got thrown against a freaking wall or I got put in a swing set and swung in circles. I'm not gonna do that. You guys know this. I'm putting a realistic point on some of this stuff. I'm not gonna overdo a lot of this because I do this on the fly. I could come up and say, oh, the devil rose out of the ground and killed everybody. But I'm not gonna do it. Because there's enough negativity and enough really dark stories on YouTube as well as the rest of the web that can lie to you all day. I'm not going to do it. That said, guys, thank you for listening. Good luck, good night, and God bless.